Hello. I am so tired, I'll be honest. But here we are with another Ace Attorney stream. I'm very excited. Last time where we left off, I believe we were at a rebuttal. So I'm very keen to pick up where we left off. Hi Sherlock, welcome. I'm good. How are you doing? I'm doing good. Oh, I'm glad. I'm very glad to hear that as well. Oh my gosh, today I've learnt that our text box gets cut off. I think I've made it slightly better. We shall see. In the next test, maybe I should just write test. Ugh. There? That'll be okay. Look until halftime for Origin. Oh, enjoy Origin, DJ. Thank you for lurking. I got no idea about anything to do with sports, I'll be honest. Other than blue team, red team. That's about it. I didn't even know it was on, I'll be honest. Also, I have found out that the cause of my suffering is because of my posture sitting down. So that sucks. But there's like a store in like the city in Sydney and Melbourne called like Mooey. I don't know. They sell like cute, like I guess like toys, jewelry. I don't know what else to say that they sell, but it is self-sabotage. So throughout work today, I have been very conscious about how I've been sitting, and so now I'm conscious sitting down at home. But I'm wanting to get they're called like Posture Pal, and it's basically a toy. But I can only find them at these stores called Mooey, MOOI. And essentially it's just like you have the little plush toy at like your torso, chest, stomach, depending on how high the table seat is, and you like sit. Maybe pause. Maybe I should just find you guys a photo rather than trying to explain. Posture Pals images. Okay. I haven't used the screen to show the second screen for a long time. But it looks like these, and essentially, I'm in the way. Essentially, you like there. Apologies. Essentially, you sit with it. And I want one. So I think when I'm when I'm out and about in Sydney, I'll try and endeavor to get one. I also didn't realize how big the artist alley was. I'll be real, I'm really overwhelmed. There's so many artist alleys that I want to go to. artist booths. But no, I want one. Look how cute they are. I low-key want the koala one. The bunny's cute, but like, if it's not purple like Bun Bun, I don't want the bunny. The penguin kind of looks like it has like a bit of a hunchback. But no, they're so cute. Yeah, I want the koala. Look how cute it is. I want the XL one. But I think having a quote-unquote posture pal might help my posture. So, that'd be nice, I guess, to have. Getting the Mofusand one would be really cute though. The little cat ones. Anyways, I want one of these so bad, I'll be honest. It's a Yeti, but he has a butt. Oh, wait, the Yeti's really cute. Maybe I want the Yeti instead. Hi, hey Yori, welcome back. It's good to see you. Okay, well, oh my gosh. Cinnamoroll? But no, I what? Oh my days. No, I want one of Pom-Pompurin. Oh my god, they have a Chikawa one. Oh, I want one. I want one so bad. For my posture, you know? But yeah, you're meant to like sit, like it pressed against the table. Because obviously if it starts to fall, your posture's not good. $70! Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we all know what I want, so when I buy it, hopefully, when I'm in this city, I will share and let you guys know. The 2D walking. But I will have to digress. My posture is good. I'm very flush against the seat and at the desk. So let's head on over to our game screen. Oh, apologies. And let's reconfigure ourselves to sit like this. I think this is how we were sitting last time. We should make a custom bun one. Posture bun would be so good. I don't even know like the logistics of that. I'll be honest. Okay, low key, if I'm out and about, I want the Yeti one so bad. But if we can't get the Yeti, that's okay, I guess. But let's play. Let's play instead. I think that would be better for our time here. Because we played the audio in original, we're gonna play it in the arranged. The art style's gonna be the HD one. But let's continue where we left off. Pardon me. Episode 5, Turnabout Ablaze, middle, Shi Longling's argument. And he was about to give us a like a statement, a testimony, but I did a whole cliffhanger until next time. So here we are. Until next time. Why Larry? Why Lazar? I was the one who found the body of the victim, Damask II. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red and offering up the scent of blood. It was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead. Plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect, Larry Butts, in here too. Isn't it a bit far-fetched to accuse someone simply on the basis of ownership? But this owner wanted to sneak onto the crime scene. I think that's plenty to go on, don't you?
Hold it!
If you're alluding to his reason for being by the chimney, we've already established that.
Not so fast!
Hold on there, Mr. Prosecutor. You two are longtime friends, right? Who's to say you didn't fabricate the evidence to give him an alibi? You're accusing me of fabricating evidence? You think I can believe anything you produce? Forging evidence is all you prosecutors do. So, context. I think, from memory, if I remember correctly, Lang encountered someone, a prosecutor, who fabricated evidence some time ago. A Talkney? Ari. That one was a bit hard for me. How are you? Welcome in. Atawani. Atawani? I really said it like, you know what? I'm not even gonna try doing it the same way I said it the first time. I think every time we butcher it, it gets slightly better. I'm well enough, thank you. I'm glad to hear it. I'm doing good. My boss, she's so sweet. She straightened my hair, cut the few long strands, and she was like, "I'm so surprised you cut your hair so straight by yourself." And then she was like, "Oh, wash your hair tomorrow. Come to work Friday, and I'll style it for you since you're going out to Sydney." So that's really sweet of her. Oh, the perks of having a boss that used to be an ex-hairdresser. And also cutting my hair on company time. She's so freaking sweet. W boss, right? My mother thinks so as well. But no, Ari, I hope you are cozy and comfy because we will proceed in our investigations. She's such a sweetheart worker mom, right? No, it's so sweet. Essentially, like, uh, she's only, she's still, I think she's still young. She begs to differ. That's on her. But no, she's very sweet and she's probably one of the best people I could ever work under and for. Especially since this is like my first time full-time job. So I think having this really healthy relationship is really good. Also, shout out to her and her partner and her partner's friend for 3D printing my Juno cosplay stuff. Oh, I love having such sweet people in my life. But I digress. Edgeworth says, "This man has some serious issues with prosecutors." But come on, I can't think of something as complicated as that, right, Edgy? Larry, I can agree because I know you and your personality well. However, Agent Lang knows nothing about you. Or me, for that matter. I mean, OMG, they're actually the plugs? Yeah, honestly, having a boss like that is so good. Just makes work so much better. She's so, it's like, she also, like, some days she's just like, she turns to me and she's like, "Do you want a McBreakfast?" And then she, like, if I say yes, I usually say no because I like bring my own food. But anytime I say yes, she's just like, "Do you want like a, what do they call it? A McFrappe?" And then she just orders the food off like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and then we just eat it at work. Like, tell me a workplace that does that. I love my McDonald's breakfast. I heard through the grapevine of social media, they're introducing McGriddles to Australian McDonald's, which is like hot cakes as like, so you have the McMuffin, but instead of like the bread as like, you know, to encapsulate the food, it's hot cakes as the bread substitute. It's an interesting concoction, I think. I haven't seen it for where I am, but apparently that's a thing. I know basically nothing about McDonald's food, so honestly, a good old what are they called? Pardon me. The breakfast menu, it's pretty good. IMO. I also like their frappes. McIgnorant. No! Well, Ari, I think by the time PAX comes around, we'll have to do a cheeky Macca's run. We gotta do a cheeky Macca's run. No, don't say that. I'm deleting that. No. Astro, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. Hi, raiders. How was your stream? Yo, can you get me a McFlurry, please? Yes. Look, I can shout some people something, not everything. If you want a McNuggets, meal, okay, I'll do it. I'll only shout 3 people. I won't go anymore. Was really good. I've never heard of Mecha Break, but I'm glad to hear that it was good. Okay. I'll see you soon. Now, let's proceed with Edgeworth and Lang's conversation. I sense his hatred for my entire profession emanating from his entire being. Meaning that the only way I can prove Larry's innocence is to present irrefutable evidence. Alrighty, as always, we're going to rebuttal everything. I was the one who found the body of the victim.
Hold it!
So you were the first one to discover the body this time. This time? What's that supposed to mean? You'd better watch what you say. I only said this time because earlier, Kay was the first to discover the body in Babal. And your secretary, Agent Sheena, was ready to accuse her of murder for that. Ha! So are you going to use that excuse to call me suspicious now? Of course not. I was simply pointing out the usual pattern with discoveries of bodies. But in the Bubbly's case, there was proof that she was holding the weapon, right? Well, in this one, it's a bit different since we know exactly where the weapon is. Beside him was the samurai sword, glittering red.
Hold it!
Objection! Oh, hi, Yui! Welcome! Nice first of you to see you. As you should. How are you? Also, Yui, I totally forgot to respond to your message the other day about Uma, the horse game. If we can somehow learn, is it on PC? Can I play that game, or is it only like a phone game? Look, maybe we can play it in like the background while we wait for like cues. Hi, Kuro. How are you doing? I keep seeing horse stuff on my Twitter feed, and I don't understand anything about the horse anime or the game, but I know it's based on like a real horses. But I digress. Excuse me, but glittering red and offering up the scent of blood? Do I have to spell it out for you? I mean, the sight and smell of blood, of course. And according to the tests, the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. The sword was made to only be used on stage, so it's not sharp. But it is pretty weighty. It's certainly heavy enough to beat someone to death with it. Which leads me to suspect that the victim was beaten to death with the sword. Beaten to death, huh? This last statement is too important to just let it slip by. Are we gonna tell him? Oh, wait. Oh, he changed his statement. Beside him was the samurai sword, covered. Oh, wait! He really changed it from glittering red to just plain old covered in blood. Lame.
Hold it!
So the sword is covered in the victim's blood. Yeah, the lab results confirmed the blood on the sword matches the victim's. But the sword is as dull as a vanilla envelope. It's just a stage prop after all. The Steel Samurai is all about safety first, so you can't use it like a real sword. The Steel Samurai has spoken. The Pink Princess also appears to have something she'd like to petition to you personally. What? The Pink Princess? What? The Pink Princess would like to say can wait for the day after eternity. Anyway, my point is that even though this sword is too dull to slice with, it's certainly heavy enough to bludgeon someone to death with it. Therefore, I suspect he beat the victim to death with that thing. Pause. The horse anime are based off real horses who had the real name. Oh my god, Kuro. That is such like a... I don't know. I'm looking at this stare emote and I'm just trying to comprehend. Which one's the mouth? This is an example. Sorry, it's in Japanese. Nothing to apologize for. I'll actually copy this. And maybe we can have a cheeky watch after stream. Paste. Oh crap. How do I copy this? Help. Sorry. I also don't know if we can watch it because like just copyright things. So for those of you that are interested, please do check out the link that Yui posted. It's a snippet of the anime.
Hold it!
About this samurai sword, have you received a report from forensics yet? They confirmed that the blood on the sword belongs to the victim. Alright, but have they confirmed that the outline of his wound is consistent with the weapon? Tell me something. Do you see the dead body right there in front of you? So, if they were conducting the autopsy right now, shouldn't that body not be here? Well, I suppose so. I guess they must still be investigating this room. Meaning that it's possible he doesn't know about that piece of evidence's true nature. Anything else you'd like to chit-chat about? No? Good. Now let's continue. You can, it has the race in the anime. It's not like the full scene. I'm afraid, Yui. So, I think, to err on caution, I'll have to watch it off stream. Even though it's such a short, clip. Welcome back, Astra. I'll be honest, I don't remember what I asked you, however many minutes ago. It has been a while. I hope you've been well. No, but I hope you had, yeah, I think I said, I don't know anything about that game, but I hope you had a lot of fun with it. But we should definitely play some games soon. I assume, is it a mecha? Is it a mecha game? It sounds like it's a mecha game. Now, Lang says, it was supposed to be in the Steel Samurai's dressing room, but I found it here instead.
Hold it!
Larry has already testified that he forgot the samurai sword here. Yeah! I was shaking hands with the ambassador in here, and I left it behind by accident.
Not so fast!
So what? You lied earlier. So who's to say that this excuse isn't just another lie? But I forget stuff all the time. Alright, Edgy? Tell him! Why don't you tell him yourself? You see, what did I tell you earlier? No one will buy such a pathetically weak excuse. Yes, well, I know that it's not possible to prove such an excuse as a truth. And yet you offer it up as fact? You're a worse person than I originally thought. You are free to think what you'd like. However, I know that Larry is not the killer. Agent Lang, please continue with your argument. I'll expose the flaw in it soon enough. I'll be honest, what flaw? I mean, to be honest, I don't remember what evidence we have, so I guess I'll have to relook at what we have. A hero shooter. I gotta take a look at it, or I have to watch your VOD, Astra. I'm so bad at hero shooters. But to proceed, Lang says, plus, I found the murder weapon's owner, the suspect.
Hold it!
Just because he is the owner of the weapon, therefore, he must be the killer. Is it? No. Climbing all the way up to the chimney is plenty suspicious in my books as well.
Objection!
Regarding that, I have already drawn the truth out, and the truth is one thing I don't bend.
Knuckle back!
It doesn't matter if it's you or whoever. You prosecutors are all the same. And as for me, prosecutors are the one thing I don't trust in.
Objection!
An agent who doesn't trust prosecutors? What are you playing at? Sorry, sis. But there are only two things I trust. My subordinates and evidence at the crime scene. Agent Lang hates prosecutors. But as long as he trusts evidence that has been left at a crime scene, then there is something I can show him that he can believe in. It's simply not possible that the samurai sword is the real murder weapon. So I should focus on proving that point to Agent Lang first. Alrighty, so we rebutted every single statement. Now I'm gonna have a cheeky look at our evidence. You're legit good at Overwatch? What? No. Most of the characters I'm good at don't even require aiming, I'll be honest. Just tracking of my teammates. Where I know where they're gonna walk. Oh. Now, as for this one, let's I think we would have to take a look at the samurai sword. Oh. I thought we could like zoom in, rotate it. Aiming? What's that? I do not have the answer. I don't know where I'm going half the time in Overwatch, so you hitting me is good. Look, I can predict your next move. Only when I'm in stressful situations as Ana, where I think the times where I don't know where to predict, that's when I miss all my shots. I just pew pew and hope it lands something. And honestly, I feel bad. I think Valorant is the true test though. I'll be real. Okay, so sorry, back to the evidence. Let's go back and press
Oh no, he's hot!
Shingetsu, he is hot. God, I don't know, something about his stature. I think I'm just down bad for characters. I'll be real. Do you think if we played Date Everything? I think I'd be really down bad if we played that game, that dating simulator. I hear good things about it. I think I would legitimately just fall in love with everything. Okay, so we're gonna rebuttal this with our evidence of the sword. Because how can you beat... I mean, what would I know about, bludgeoning? Samurai sword, samurai spear. Pause, sorry. this is Larry, the samurai sword covered in victim's blood. I suspect that he beat the victim. Oh, wait, am I mixing it up? But the sword and spear are two different things. I think we'd have to talk about the spear. You don't beat someone with the sword. No, Shingetsu. The stance of I'm gonna get you pregnant and you're gonna say yes, and the fangs. He's just. I think I love him. They would be a fun stream. Well, they can use the blunt side of a katana if they're very skilled. Who are they though? Who is the killer? Look, anyways, I think we're gonna have to present the samurai spear. Right? Because...
Objection!
Okay. Do you know what this is, Agent Lang? He is so smug. Every single time he, like, waggles his finger like that. Mecha Break does have a lock-on assist because the game is crazy, like, fast. Oh, thank goodness for lock-on mechanics. I haven't seen Kenshin in ages. Oh my goodness. Yui, you unlocked a hidden memory in my brain. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, that name? Oh, you actually unlocked a hidden memory. Okay, this guy, I want to headbutt. No! I know Kenshin is controversial for things, but I remember watching it years ago and being like, wow, this is really cool. It's def fun, you should give it a go, but if you don't like big robots, it's not for everyone. I haven't played / gotten into big robots before, so I don't think I have a like a stance on that. We get to go bonking people. You got hammers. I want to protect my head from headbutting. Thank you. Achievement unlocked. Hidden memory. Exactly. Remember, he never killed anyone because he used the blunt side of this. So I recall this. Oh, you're making me wanting to rewatch it. But I guess we'll have to find out. Did they use the blunt side? Well, Lang says, it's a long spear, right? We used to use those a lot in my country a long time ago. Piercing, mowing people down. Spears are the weapon of heroes throughout history. You mow people down with the freaking spear? I mean, power to you, I guess. It's the next most effective weapon after the whip. I think the whip is in a slightly different category. So, what's your point? Are you going to tell me that the spear is the real weapon? No. I simply want you to take a look at this section here. The way it's bent? Precisely. Apparently, a certain troublemaker hit it against a wall in this embassy earlier. And as you can clearly see, the insides of the Steel Samurai's weapons are hollow. In other words, they're replicas that aren't strong enough to deliver a damaging blow. ... But honestly, as fun as the game looks, I'm done with anything that has PvP or interacting with people. Oh, Kuro, what happened? Oh no. It's possible, but I doubt Larry has the skill. If he tried, I think if he actively tried using like the hilt to, you know, knock somebody out, he'd somehow find a way to use the actual sword part. The arm squeeze at the mention of whip. I wonder what she was thinking. She was agitated. Just imagine if Larry Butts was as the Batosai. Oh. Oh. Oh, Larry. However, to proceed. Edgeworth says, let alone the multiple strikes necessary to bludgeon someone to death. And yet, there is not even a dent in the samurai sword. How do you explain that? Hiya! Oh yeah! The sword and the spear are made of the same stuff, so they bend easily. But I wish they'd make them out of better stuff, because the spear got bent. I wasn't able to do my special early summer rain jab move. Man, I got such an earful from the director of the play for not doing it in the show. The Steel Samurai special move was changed tonight because of him? There's no freaking way. I came from playing games like League and a bunch of MMO. I came from playing a bunch of single player games into like multiplayer online space. So I enjoy both sides of the gaming, I guess, room. Data Spear has been updated. Because he bent it, Larry couldn't do the early summer rain jab special attack. Ouch! That's more than enough of your whiny whimpering. Now, back on the topic of the spear. Yes, let's return to the real topic of discussion. This is where the real gamble begins. I don't have a real strategy per se. I don't think if he but Edgeworth, hearing that makes me nervous, honestly. I was just playing League and now playing an MMO. The cycle continues. Okay, but League MMO? That'd be kind of cute. Is it? I dig it. I like the characters. I like the splash art, etc., etc. I'd be interested in the lore of League of Legends. It's very in depth and like very like what, like what's the word? Intricate. Really? Oh my goodness. Okay, Loki. If there's like a free trial, I'd be into it. League as a support main is really painful. League when I play bot lane is always painful because the person I always play with always leaves me alone and I perish. And now I just now I never play. I mean, there's been multiple instances, not because of that I don't play, but I just don't play. But the League experience. Can someone just say League is out of my, like League of Legends is just out of my league? Can someone just say that? I'll take it. Now, so all I can do for now, Edgeworth says, is let the chips fall where they may. Chips. Using guesswork and taking risks in place of real logic is hardly the Von Karma way. It's neither smart nor very clever. Miss Von Karma, as you know, unlike your father, I am not a genius prosecutor. Plus, I doubt his record of a 40-year win streak will ever be broken. 40 years! I'm not... Damn, okay. Can you imagine? Can you imagine the high of winning consecutive court cases for 40 years? Man, I wish I could have that high playing Overwatch. I don't win 40 games in a row. I think the longest we've ever won is like 10 games. 10 games in a row. I'll never forget that Overwatch stream. I'll get you on it one day. One day, Ari. Welcome back, Kuro. Thanks for watching the ads. They do support me, so I appreciate you watching them. There's an old parody version of the song Out of My League based on League. Maybe that's my anthem. Someone says, oh, can you play League with me? Will you play League with me? I'll play that. I'll play that song. The game was fun, just that I'm kind of that in front of people. Oh, that's understandable. But I think it's hard when it's like online spaces, just generally, there's people like that who like love to project. But but I hope you don't take it too hard, those mean-spirited comments, correct? Be in your lane, having fun, enjoying game. I honestly, my mantra is just to block. If I see something that they talk about, like, and it's immediately rude or I just don't like it, I just immediate block. I don't want to see that. To continue. But perhaps it is for the best if it remains unbroken. For no one should have conceived of the notion to convict all defendants in the first place.
Objection!
What a foolishly foolish statement from a foolish fool who hates to lose. It's the job of a prosecutor to make sure that all defendants are found guilty in court. There is nothing more important in this world than a perfect victory.
Hold it!
That may be your opinion. However, I don't believe that's all we are. As the prosecutor, what I pursue is not the perfect victory, but the perfect truth. And if that means that the bridge I must cross will crumble beneath my feet, then so be it. No, I think that would have been cool. I mean, okay, pause. What he says is slightly cooler. Then let it crumble as I walk on towards the truth. Okay, no, his one's way better. Don't even let me guess what they're about to say, because I just say it 10 times way better than what I would do.
Knuckle back!
You're good at keeping me entertained, Mr. Prosecutor. But you know, humans are delicate creatures. The slightest bump and we expire. I'd like you to consider, if you will, the possibility that the sword was used in such a way that the attack killed Damask II without bending it. So, what do you think of my hypothetical scenario? I think you know what to do here, right? And what you need. Of course. What I need is evidence. Even he can't refute. This is it. It is time to bring this to a close. Why Larry? Part 2. It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone. And under these circumstances, it's the only logical conclusion. We searched the embassy, top to bottom, but the victim's blood is only on that weapon. So isn't it only natural that suspicion would fall onto the owner of said weapon? How long do you intend to cling on to that preposterous theory? As long as I want, because we examined every corner within the walls of this embassy. There's no stone we've left unturned. And we have managed to come up with only one logical conclusion. That the only place inside the embassy with the victim's blood on it is this sword.
Hold it!
You left no stone unturned. Is that a fact?
Knuckle back!
If you've got something to say, then say it in the only way I respect, Mr. Prosecutor. Yes, of course. In that case, allow me to make it all crystal clear for you. Rebuttal time! It's possible to use the samurai sword to kill someone.
Hold it!
May I inquire as to how you are able to make such a claim, Agent Lang? Lang Ji says, capable of miracles beyond comprehension, a mysterious creature is man. Rather than man, it's Agent Lang's quotes that are getting increasingly incomprehensible. The human body is a mysterious thing, even with a toy-like sword. It's easy to kill a man if you hit just the right spot. Which is why I think it's possible to kill with this thing without leaving a dent.
Hold it!
But we can only be sure one way or the other by seeing if the wound matches the sword. I know that. But as long as it's a possibility, I can proclaim it as much as I'd like. Okay, damn. You know what? You got me there. And under these circumstances, it's only the logical conclusion.
Hold it!
But you must know that your conclusion is wrong. Given the circumstances I'm in, the only people I can trust are my subordinates. Because they're a much more trustworthy bunch than you prosecutors will ever be.
Hold it!
And you call yourself a professional?
Not so fast!
You still don't see, do you, Mr. Prosecutor? You have to earn my trust. And the only way to do so is to show me proof of another possible murder weapon. Another possible weapon? In this room, there is only one other thing left. This is going to be a gamble, but I can't withdraw from the game now. You're not going to get me to trust you by the power of your glare alone, you know. Plus, I have other reasons as to why I think the samurai sword is the murder weapon. We searched the embassy, top to bottom.
Hold it!
The only place where you could find blood was on the samurai sword? That's right, even with luminol. Which means that there are no other possibilities outside of what I've already outlined. The power of his glare. So piercing. Do I have a problem with Agent Lang's assertion that the samurai sword is the weapon? Yes, I don't think there's been a time where we, don't raise an objection. If you believe that there is no other door of possibility left to open, then allow me to force one open for you.
Not so fast!
And how do you plan to do that? By showing you what may possibly be the real murder weapon.
Not so fast!
The real murder weapon? I hate to repeat myself, but my men have already searched every last inch of this embassy. And they've concluded that nothing else could have been used as the weapon. Knowing these facts, do you still want to press forward with your little hypothesis? Of course. Because it's not possible that your man inspected everything in their investigation.
Not so fast!
What are you talking about? I don't appreciate mind games, and I don't appreciate it when people like you slander my men.
Hold it!
I'm not slandering them, I assure you. I'm merely pointing out that their investigative dragnet has a few holes in it. Namely, that there is something your men couldn't even lay a finger on. And that item is the real murder weapon. Alright then. I'll play along for now. This real weapon that killed Damask II. What exactly is it? The real murder weapon, which not a single person has yet to touch, is this! Well, I think I said it was the statue. So I'm going to lock it in. Let's look at the details. We're looking. We no longer look. Didn't he have a glaring contest with random objects once upon a time? I think he did. I can't recall when that happened, but I think he did. Now we're going to present Babal's Pyramidux statue.
Take that!
Oh, sugar. No! I thought this was it! This is the weapon I thought, okay. Did I jump the gun again? This is the weapon you're looking for.
Not so fast!
Langshi says, one should always perform one's job in the proper manner. And I can't see how it's proper to show me evidence so devoid of potential or relation. Uh-oh. Was I mistaken? I thought that was it. Now then, Mr. Prosecutor, I'm going to give you one more chance. But only one more. You got that? Because that's all the playtime I've got. I must remain calm and think this through carefully. The real weapon that killed Damascus II. It has got to be that thing. I just know it. Uh-oh. Is it the knife? Some H-Nick sprays. Oopsies. Teehee. Did I press the wrong thing? Maybe? Oh, history. Well, okay, well, the only thing... Oh, I guess what the alabaster knife would make... Okay, it would have to be the knife then. Nobody could touch this because... it... Do I say what I'm going... Like, what my reasoning is and sound like an idiot? Or do I just present without saying anything? It has to be the knife. That is the only thing I have... Oh, no, I'm so silly. Pause. Pause. No, okay, no, pause. It is the statue. It's not the knife. I picked the wrong Primaduck statue. Because right now, we're in Alabast's territory. As per this, it's this. Okay, I picked the wrong one. I'm so silly. Okay, well, here we go. I can't wait. I'm actually gonna cry if it's not if it's not the right one. Present.
Take that!
Oh, thank goodness. Okay, the bar disappeared and the music disappeared, so we totally got it. An easily made mistake. They're both the Primaduck statue. One's just burnt and the other one's not. Wow. Edgeworth reveals the national treasure of Alabast. Hold it! You mean the Primaduck statue? See, that's what I said at the beginning, but it was the wrong one, so I'm sorry. Yes, and as you know, only the ambassador and his secretariat may touch it. The statues are a trap. Which, I believe Edgeworth says, means that neither you nor your men were able to examine it, correct?
Knuckle back!
You know very well that if we did that, there'd have been an international incident between the Kingdom of Alabast and the Republic of Babal. The two countries' precarious relationship teeters in the balance over a stupid fight related to a sovereignty statue. But I'll be damned if I let something go unexamined. Oh, is he gonna touch it?
Hold it!
Agent Lang, if you could take a look at this. The direction that this statue is facing just before and after the crime are different. And there is only one conclusion I can draw from that. Go look for Ambassador Alba and get him to give us the okay to examine the statue. Shifu, you can't listen to this infidel's words. He is most definitely trying to trick you. Shifu, please! Let's be rational about this. The MIB sounds suspicious. I gave you an order. Go do it. Langji says, just go already. Yes, sir. Like I said. I gave you an order. Shifu. Yeah. I'm really sorry, sir, but I was unable to convince the ambassador. I was unable to obtain permission for us to examine the Primiduck statue. I think that's suspicious. I see. Well, I only say that because he was like, no, don't trust him. I'm onto you, MIB. Wait, but then the investigation is at a standstill. Agent Lang, I will go and speak with the ambassador personally. Save your breath. He may act all weak and frail, but that old man's one tough cookie. But I guess you've got to be tough when you're representing a whole country, you know? Agent Lang, what do you want? Let's just hurry up and examine the statue already. What? But Shifu, what about causing an international incident? Quiet! I'll take the fall if I have to later.
Hold it!
Agent Lang, the hypothesis of mine. So if someone is to take responsibility, let it be me. Oh, look at him. My guard! Responsibility. If we're going to talk in such heavy terms, maybe I should tell you. It'd be a real problem for my men if something were to happen to me. Alright then. Let's talk and more investigating. If we want to know the truth, we can't stop here. Action must be taken. Agent Lang, I'd like to run a luminol chemiluminescence test on the statue. Oh my goodness, that is the longest word I've seen yet in Ace Attorney. I didn't even think the aristocracy was okay. Aristocracy, aristocrat. How does that? How did that word go? Aristocrats. No. Frick. How did? I can't. Okay, you know what? That game and that word, it's out of my mind. And you really aced it. I sure did. I'm glad you guys witnessed it. Aristocracy. Thank you. In my mind, I couldn't remember how it was spelled, so I really butchered it. Anyways, Ace Attorney Chronicles, may that word never reappear. For my sake. A luminol test. Good thinking. If the statue is the murder weapon, then some of the victim's blood should be on it. Okay, let's get the forensics team in here. It's so ominous and so red. Looks like you hit the jackpot, Mr. Prosecutor. I guess this means that this is the real weapon that killed Damask II. Indeed. But I wouldn't celebrate yet if I were you. This doesn't let your friend off the hook. It doesn't prove that he didn't kill Damask II, so the charge remains. We are hardly done examining the statue, Agent Lang. Knowing that it is the real weapon, I believe further examination is required. Ha! You think so? Okay then, knock yourself out! Oh, a handprint! Before we do, how to zoom in. The face is giving something. Anyways, let's examine the handprint now. Arist thought racy. Tracy! Sorry. The, Tracy McBean just came to mind. Tracy! If you know, you know. Says Edgeworth. And what do we have here? This dirty smudge. It looks like a handprint? Famous inventor. I always thought she was annoying. I see you too, Zephyr. I'm sorry, I didn't really know how to start that, so I totally butchered Lang laughing. What's a definitive bit of evidence like you doing under here? Looks like we've got some fingerprints to analyze. Worst case scenario, these prints belong to Larry. But it looks like it's too late for me to do anything about that now. Oh, Larry, these better not be yours. Hey, forensics guy! I want results on these fingerprints ASAP. You hear me? Agent Lang, I have the analysis results, sir. Good. And? Sir, about the prints we lifted from the bottom of the statue. Well, you know the victim of the murder in the Barbalese embassy. The prints belong to him, Mr. Manny Kochan, sir. But that's... What's going on around here? No. That's impossible. Each Primaduck statue can only be handled by someone of that country. But by the very fact that Mr. Kochan's fingerprints are on this one, it leads me to only one conclusion. This statue, I was about to say, they swapped over, they swapped the statues, is actually Babal's Primaduck statue. Impossible! It can't be! Larry never once set foot on Barbalese soil, so he was free to go. However, this new piece of information only served to confuse us even further. The ringleader of the smuggling operation was killed with an alabaster knife in Babal. And Damas II was killed on Alabastian soil with Babal's national treasure. And the mystery of the great thief Yatagarasu, who visited both countries. The pieces were there, but I had yet to see the big picture. I had yet to see the big picture they were to form. To be continued. Interesting. If I have to say Aya one more time, I might say it like the way that guy, Uncle Roger, says it. How does he say it? You know what? I don't even want to say it. What if I butcher it real bad? I'm under performance anxiety. I won't do it. This is a really bright area for 9:21 p.m. on March 14 at the open air stage. I've left Damas the second investigation to Francisca and returned to Babal. I suppose my first order of business should be to look into Babal's statue. Mr. Edgeworth! So, Kate, what's the situation? But yeah, it's because of him going, I can't not imagine him with the Chinese accent. I think that is his background though, right? Chinese. Oh, it's great, says Kay. Investigating is so much fun. In other words, they've made absolutely no progress. We weren't goofing off. Honest, sir. We've been investigating our hearts out. Very well then. Would you care to give me an update on your investigation? Oh, we've had a really fun time, sir. I knew it. 0 progress. In any case, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir? You have permission to enter the Alabastian embassy, is that correct? Yup. As a local detective, I'm helping out with the investigations on both sides, sir. Good. In that case, I can leave these pieces of evidence with you. They belong to the lady under the pink princess's mask. The pink princess? What kind of lady was playing her, sir? The kind that was also playing the role of the pink badger yesterday. Oh, so she is playing the pink characters. Ugh! Oh, understood, sir. If I happen to run into her, I'll give them back to her. And if I don't, then I guess I'll unload them somewhere. He doesn't seem all that enthused to go find her, but I can't blame him. Evidence that has lost their value given to Detective Gumshoe. Oh. Well, there we go. Now then, I don't believe I'll be needing this anymore either. What? Are you really going to throw that autograph away? Yes, because the Steel Samurai was a fake. Steel Samurai's autograph scrunched up into a ball and disposed of. But his friend Larry wrote that with his entire heart, bro. Wait, what? What do you mean by fake? Now then, I believe it's time for a little housekeeping. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. Let's have a look at what we have in our evidence. We used to have 3 tabs, but now we have 2. Interesting. Alrighty, low key, I'm interested to look everywhere, so we shall. Hey, do you detect the scent of treasure coming from this bush? The scent of treasure? Not at all. Mr. Edgeworth, you're totally not with it. I'm not with it? No! And it's important for both thieves and prosecutors to be energetic. Perhaps for a thief like you, but that level of energy is unbecoming of a prosecutor. You really think so? That prosecutor we met at Gatewater Land seemed to be pretty active. Well, he's not a prosecutor anymore. See how everything just naturally balances out. Oh, damn, okay. A ladder. Actually, that's a step ladder. They're the exact same thing. No way! From their structure up, they're totally different. But of course, from a thief's perspective, the best kind of ladder is the rope ladder. A stepladder is much too heavy to carry around after all. And from a prosecutor's perspective, any type of ladder is guilty of being dangerous during an earthquake. Bags full of cement powder are stacked up here. I suppose they're for the renovation. Yeah, because I don't smell a drop of gold here or any other treasure for that matter. Okay, the only scent you should detect in a place like this is the smell of sweat. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, that was a pretty good play on words there. Ah! Gummy! Don't randomly jump into one of our dialogues like that! Were you eavesdropping on us, Detective Gumshoe? No, it's not like that, sir. No, stop picking on Gumshoe! It would appear that the stage is also scheduled to be renovated. You know, I would love to perform on a stage like this. Something like the Greatest Thief Show. Sorry, the Greatest Great Thief Show. I should think it would be a bad idea for a thief to show their face to the world. Mr. Edgeworth! You look like you're enjoying yourself, Detective. Well, I don't have much else that I enjoy as much as a good investigation, sir. So, what did you find out? Well... I take it he has found nothing of any particular use. As usual, he looks so freaking guilty. Investigation update. Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I've got something really interesting from Ambassador Palladino. Oh? What is this something interesting? This, sir. What is that? Wow, that is so pretty. I'm so jealous. That's a real treasure there. Why does the flame burn green, detective? So apparently, if you burn the special witch crystal oil that they only make in Babal, it burns this green color, sir. Interesting. So it's a special property of the oil. I suppose this is a ploy to force people to visit Babal should the oil run out. Hey, Gummy! What about these silhouettes? They stuck some cutouts on the outside of the lantern, so it'd project the images. Oh? Silhouettes, huh? They are rather pretty, aren't they? Yeah, when they're not shaped like the freaking blue badger, proto badger. Get him away! I'm so traumatized from that episode. Just had some Sicilian pizza. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds good. I'm Googling that right now. Sicilian pizza. Oh! Yum! Do you have leftovers, Yui? I would like a bite. Wait, what am I doing? I was supposed to be asking for an update on the investigation. Hey, what's wrong, sir? There's something I want you to investigate for me. Do you think you can do that much? Uh-huh. You got it, sir. Hey, that's not fair. Why is Gummy getting to do all the fun stuff? Ah, well, that's because I'm Mr. Edgeworth's partner. Ah! I can't believe you took advantage of the confusion and stole my role as assistant. I expect the two of you to get along and work together like professionals on this. Interesting. The silhouette lantern has been jotted down. Runs on witch crystal oil, which burns green. It's a bubbly souvenir. Okay. Added extra olive oil, homemade and pizza sauce on it. Well, looking. I'm looking. I'm looking. Oh my goodness. Yum! Yui, that looks so yum. That looks so good. I would like... Can I have a bite? You can eat the rest. That looks so good. Thank you for sharing. Oh my goodness. I gotta learn how to do that. Oh. Hey, you're not going back to Alabas already, are you? No, not yet. I still need to gather a bit more information first. I didn't realize. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean to. Okay, I'll just go away from the bottom. Oh my god. I just wanted to talk to Kay. Yes? About investigating. The pizza was brought from Costco? I haven't been to Costco in a hot minute. I should endeavor. Also, let me just reposition on the screen just because Kay is a bit, her sprite's a bit more frontal. So I get in the way a little bit. How's that? We're a bit smaller now, but that should be fine. It looks delicious regardless, Yui. is the investigation going in the Barbally Secretariat's office, Kay? Well, even though we found a few treasures, they've all been pretty much burnt to a crisp. A treasure is a terrible thing to waste. Anyway, is there anything else I should know? Oh, that's right. You know what I found in that office? A wooden bear carving. It's so cute. Can I have it? Huh? Can I? No, of course you can't. By the sound of things, it appears that there has been no progress in the investigation. Okay, let's talk to Palomino. Oh, pause. What are we looking at here? So how come so many traffic cones are red and white? That's because they're highly visible from a great distance. Oh, is that why? So then, the reason you wear that wine red suit is for visibility's sake? Please don't compare me to a ragged, plastic traffic cone. Oh my goodness, traffic cone miles. Kay and Gumshoe are like doggos wanting Papa Edgy's attention. A little bit, yeah. Okay, but let's talk to Palomino. So you're back now, are you, Mr. Edgeworth? He's so suspicious, I'll be honest. You must be tired. I am. I'll be honest, I had a little 10-minute nap before stream. Here, with these, you can eat whatever you'd like. Coupons! Bribery! And these are discount tickets for our cafeteria. They open tomorrow at 10 in the morning. I appreciate the concern. However, these coupons do nothing for me right now. Alrighty, let's talk about the open air stage. What function does it serve exactly? Well, normally we use it for a variety of events. It's all to attract that extra bit of attention to Babal. I hear that tonight, over in the Alabastian Rose Garden, Ambassador Alba was to give a speech. And you know what? Manny told me that I really should give a speech too. Mr. Cochin told you that? Yes, he did. Which is why I thought I should give a speech of my own. But unfortunately, I wasn't able to. Because of the fire the Yatagarasu started. Exactly. Okay, well, let's ask and talk about the Prima Duck statue. Ambassador Palomino, I'd like to ask you a little more about the Prima Duck statue. Oh, I see. Well, let me ask you this. Did you know that Alabast and Babal used to be one country called Cadopia? Yes, I know that much about your history. Well, the Prima Duck statue belonged to the founders of Cadopia. At least, that's how the story goes. It was bequeathed onto the king of Cadopia as a symbol of the country's wealth. So it was meant as a symbol of sovereignty and the right to rule, I take it. Yes, that's right, which is why both countries are so adamant about their claim. We hold the real statue, therefore we hold the right to rule, is the reasoning. It's pretty petty when you think about it though, I suppose. But if Alabast and Babal were to re-establish relations, shouldn't that put an end to the squabbling over the statue? I have no reason to believe so. The Prima Duck statue is even more important now as a key to diplomacy. I wonder if Ambassador Palomino knows that the statue you have in your office doesn't belong to you! It actually belongs to Babal. About what has happened to the very important key to diplomacy. It's been used as a murder weapon! Perhaps I should try showing him this key and see what he has to say about it. Well, let's ask and talk about Manny Cochin first. before we present that. Have a good night, Astra. Thanks so much for the raid and for hanging out. And yes, we should definitely catch up soon. Good night. Sleep well. They just need to put it in Switzerland? But then Switzerland will have the power to rule. And never touch it and only have the replica. But then the whole like pride disappears. Now, let's talk about Manny. There's just one thing I'd like to ask you about. Yes? Oh, and don't worry, you can ask me more than just one thing. How about 2 or 3? In exchange, I expect you'll be coming to Babal, yes? Oh, I'm so silly. The statue that I shouted out at the top of my lungs before doesn't belong to them. It belongs to the Alabastian people. I'm so confused. I think because I presented the Barbalese Primaduck statue first. I think I'm just tired. I digress. Thank you. But just the one thing is all I require. Manny Cochin, I'd like to ask you about this man who was your secretary. Sure, I'll tell you what I know. Thank you for your cooperation, Ambassador. He was, well, if I had to put it in one word, he was an able man. That's more than one word. If there was ever anything I needed as an ambassador, he was able to get it for me. To think that a man like that had a hand in a smuggling ring right under my nose, going completely unnoticed. Actually, I suppose because he was an able man, I was unable to detect his dirty dealings. Sounds like Mr. Cochin had a very sharp mind. Recently, Manny had been really busy. Since I became the Barbalese representative at the Country Unification Council, he's been working tirelessly to cover my work for me. I'm sorry, but what is this Country Unification Council? Oh, well. You see, had tonight's events proceeded without a hitch, our two countries were to reunify and become one again. Oh! But I guess with how things turned out, that dream won't be realized anytime soon. I suppose not. Now, let's present... Do we present their statue, or do we present, like... or the Alabar statue? Probably, right? Because this is actually... Babal's Primaduck statue. My badge! True. I think I showed it to him before and he was like, you know what? I've shown it to everybody. I don't remember what they say. My badge is the answer. Exactly. Boom. Pinned. Your badge is the answer, Yui. Ambassador Palino, if you could please take a look at this for me. The Primaduck statue sitting in Alabas right now actually belongs to Babal. So it would appear. I received a call from Miss Von Karma about this earlier. Then you will understand why I wish to inspect Babal's Primaduck statue immediately. Because that statue currently in your country's possession. Yes, well, I've already inspected it myself. And it is definitely Alabast's statue. I know because it's the real statue. What? Why would he drop the bombshell like that? Then you're saying that Babal's was a replica. I'm embarrassed to say it's true, even though I knew that someday it would be exposed. I received my orders from the leaders of Babal, and I was to negotiate with Ambassador Alba at this event. I was to negotiate with him and fix the results of the evaluation tonight. To say that we could not determine which statue was the real one.
Hold it!
Why are you telling me this? Well, because you already figured it out. Our statue is just the hollow gold shell. So who is going to tell him that we didn't know? Not me. Even if Babal were to lose face, the reunification of the country is what's important. I'm right in thinking that, aren't I? I'm not making a mistake, right? Why are you asking me? You're the freaking leader. I'm just a prosecutor. If you don't know yourself, then I won't pretend to know either. I never thought that by being betrayed by my own secretary. The real symbol of wealth would be given to me. Isn't it simply ironic? Hey, where are you going? Are you heading back to Alabast? Yes, but before I do, I suppose I should give you a summary of what's happened. Oh, I see, says Kay. So there's been a murder in both countries using an object from the other country. That's the gist of it. Babal is just as strict as Alabast in their inspection of the people and things that enter their country, meaning that somehow both murder weapons were smuggled into the two countries. That's the only logical conclusion that can be drawn. Perhaps the key to the weapon smuggling is the person who traversed both countries. You mean like the fake Yatagarasu? In one way or another, the Yatagarasu is connected. Of this, I'm sure. Now then, where was the Yatagarasu first spotted? I believe it was the rose garden on the Alabastian side of the embassy. The garden is just on the other side of this boundary. It's where Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight. At least, that's where I heard the Yatagarasu had appeared. In that case, I believe it's vital that I investigate the rose garden post-haste. Wait, before you go, take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like a guitar pick. What is it? Oh, like I said! My guess is that it's a guitar pick. I picked it up just now over there. Do you think it'll be of any use? There is a little water on it, but how did the water get on it? It doesn't look like there's anything it could get wet from around here. I was thinking they have concerts here at this open-air stage from time to time, right? Alright, I'll find its owner later. Found at the open-air stage, it looks like a guitar pick. It's also wet for some reason. Oh yeah, there's one more thing. Mr. Edgeworth, would you be willing to hold on to this? Oh! That's the perfume that you had, right? Like ages ago? Unless I'm mistaken. Oh, my Shayla. Oh my god, I can't believe she was holding that perfume for 7 years. How like the perfume scent is still lasting and long? I need to know. It's misused perfume. It's the bottle that woman left behind and that I found 7 years ago. I thought that one day it'd be of some use in tracking her down. So, I kept it safe all this time. It's immortal perfume. Dun dun dun! Also, hi DJ, welcome back. Thank you. I'd be honored to hold onto it for you. This was left behind by Callista you 7 years ago. Kay has been safeguarding it. Okay, so I guess we can skedaddle? Question mark? Yes. Maybe she did say it was expensive. It's a national flag of Babal. It features the country's butterfly crest. Using a butterfly as a national symbol makes Babal just seem so cute. It goes along perfectly with Ambassador Palladino's smiling face. And what about the flower of Alabas? Well, by the look of Ambassador Alba, it almost seems like the poor flower needs to be watered. I suppose an ambassador is the face of a country, but Kay's being too literal about it. I think some of the dialogue's going to be the same, so if it is, I'm just going to skip it. I think this is what they said last time. No, I feel like this is slightly new. That mascot of theirs is getting a facelift too, right? What's its name? You mean Mrs. Monkey? Yeah, I thought it was something like that. You really have a great memory. Ha! Never underestimate my powers of recollection. Oh, they are slightly different this time. Never mind. There is a flat panel, a VCR, and a row of still samurai videos on this table. Aren't they worried that if they leave the tapes out on the table like that, the Yatagarasu will make off with them? I honestly doubt the Yatagarasu would want to steal samurai videos. That's where you're wrong. The fake Yatagarasu may not want to steal them, but you never know with the real Yatagarasu. Please stop eyeing the tapes with that look of want in your eyes, Kay. We saw the show just beyond these doors, but it's been quite a number of hours now. Mr. Edgeworth, have I ever told you that you talk like an old fogey? I was merely reminiscing. Is that such a crime? Those are some nice flowers. I wonder who they're from. Gatewater Imperial Hotel? Where's this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's an ultra-luxurious hotel that sponsors the Steel Samurai series. I've been there once to investigate a case. Oh? So what kind of case was it? I believe it was related to the Nickel Samurai and the Jammer Ninja. I remember reading about that. You must be the head of Steel Samurai Affairs down at the prosecutor's office, huh? I should think that even you can figure that such an office does not exist, Kay. I can see the courtyard and the Alabastian embassy through this window. It's a really stately and pretty embassy, isn't it? Especially that chimney. Just looking at it makes me want to use it to sneak my way in. Kinda like how Santa does it. Oh my gosh. Larry and Kay have the same brain cell. Hey, are you alright? What's wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm beginning to think that you may have what it takes to become a royal troublemaker. Sherlock and DJ were talking about like a sports game. So in Australia we have actually I don't know much about it. DJ, feel free to chime in here, but it's basically like a big sport season. The Barbalese embassy is just outside this window. It appears the renovations are going well. Hey, I see Ambassador Palladino out there. He's carrying wood planks for renovations himself. Very commendable. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's carrying 4 of them? Wow. He may not look like it, but I guess Ambassador Palladino has got some real muscles. Perhaps a bit of physical strength is required to be the ambassador of a country. It's the national flag of Alabasta, and it features the country's flower crest. Comparing the knife to the crest, this is a very jarring comparison. Pulls out bloody knife. Oh my goodness. Miles? It's apparent the knife was extremely well crafted. Oh! Pause! The guitar pick is actually part of the flower handle. Oh, it's all coming together. You can see it. If you can't see it, let me enhance for you guys. It's the quote-unquote guitar pick. Every detail of the flower is there on the knife handle's flower. In my professional opinion, the knife is worth quite a bit of money. Okay, that's a very valuable piece of evidence. I know that. You're going to use this to find and steal the truth, right? I suppose you could put it that way. Now then, let's continue investigating. Are we meant to go back this way? Oh. I think I'll be returning to the investigation Alabasta now. But, I know. I'll go back to Bubble and do some more investigating there. Alright, we're going to the Rose Garden. March 14, 9:58 p.m. The Rose Garden. I'm just assuming this place is like extremely lit. This is the most like lit 9 p.m. experience. This is pretty cute. I see you're back, Miles Edgeworth. Who said this? Von Karma! How are things in Babal? Although I can't really say that I expect much from Scruffy and that girl. The investigation into Manny Cochin's death hasn't really progressed any. However, the investigation into the Yatagarasu has. Can you imagine if you needed to do a passport check walking between the two embassies? That would be so annoying. Can you imagine having to go back and forth and back and forth? The paperwork. So many stamps. Ah, yes, the Yatagarasu, says Franziska. Even now, I find it hard to believe. A person who can freely traverse between the two countries at will? Preposterous! Paperwork equivalent of that one Yakuza 2 scene. It's been so long since I played Yakuza 2. But I think I know. Well, that's what I came here to investigate. I heard that this is where the witnesses claim to have seen the Yatagarasu. That's correct. Ambassador Alba was to give a speech tonight here in Alabasta. And that's when the Yatagarasu appeared. The shadow of the mysterious thief appeared, and just as suddenly, it vanished. After that, there was a fire at the Babalese embassy that the Yatagarasu started. I vowed that not a single feather from the Yatagarasu shall escape my diligence. Alright, let's investigate. I'm going to check the bottom right here because I'm enamored by the fallen headlight. In order to go from Alaska, look at Alaska, Oregon, and Canada, they have to go through Canada to get to US and then out of Canada back into US. Oh my goodness. Actually, I saw a vid about a town on the Canada-US border. They run through a street? Oh, wow. Okay. And houses either side of the street of their respective countries' laws, etc. apply. That kind of makes sense. I have something like that near me. For those of you that know where I live, if you know, you know. But that's that's understandable. It's like some laws don't apply. You know what? The way I'm trying to no, you know what? I'll just be quiet. I'm just not gonna bother with my with my sentence. Once you cross the border to get to the other side to go shopping, it's got its own part, and yep, full stop. The end. I guess I'll just investigate this headlight. Spotlight. Frick. I don't know what it's called. Help. There is an overturned spotlight here. Spotlight? Is that what he said? Yes. When the Yatagarasu appeared, the audience was waiting for the speech to start. Panicked. Wait. The audience that was waiting for the speech to start panicked. I suppose that's when someone must have knocked it over. I'm having a tough time visualizing the mass confusion that took place here. I thought to use my whip to capture the Yatagarasu. However, there were people in my way and I was unable to land even a single lash. I suppose this means that some other poor saps were hit instead. Oh. Is it possible that the Yatagarasu hid in these bushes? Of course not! They're rose bushes! You've been spending so much time with Scruffy and that girl, they're rubbing off on you. But it's alright. I'll wake you out of your stupor. Now, the next time you feel like sleep talking, remember that I'll whip you for real. All I tried to do was offer up a possibility, and this is what I get? Never do it again, Miles. You've learnt your lesson. A statue of a woman. I wonder if the lady is pouring water. It says that it's a statue of the queen who spoke of love to King Primadux. Well, Miles Edgeworth, it seems that you are lousy at reading a woman's heart. I opened my mouth about a statue, and she somehow made the leap to that? Oh, good luck. There are roses scattered on the surface of the water, creating a pleasant fragrance. It's not just for aesthetics. The pool's water is also used in putting out fires. Oh, how convenient. I see. Oh. The pool stopped filling itself automatically. The fountain spouts are set to stay open until the pool's water reaches a certain level. If this water is used to put out fires, I suppose it must be refilled to its normal level, which suggests that this pool was recently used somehow in this embassy. I guess I'll take some notes about it, just in case. What if it was used to wash the weapon, seeing as our quote-unquote guitar pick was wet for some reason? But we know now that it belongs to the Alabastian knife, as per the... Or maybe if we look at it? Maybe we can connect the two? I don't know if we can do that, like we could in Chronicles. There is a striking flower ornament on the handle of this knife. Compared to the Barbalese knife's handle, this larger one gives Alabast more presence. Oh, that's about it. Okay. Should we take a look at the pick? No. Part of the rose garden pool. Auto refills blah 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 blah. The water when the water level is too low. Larry? Ah! 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 How dare you surprise me like that? I'm sorry. Where did he come from? Hello? Oh, hey, Edgy. Thanks for what you did back there. Your gratitude alone is enough. More importantly, Larry, the pool is not for your personal enjoyment. I know that! Do you really think I'm the type to just jump into a pool and swim around for fun? Yes. Yes, Larry. Larry sneak attack. Steel samurai. Jump scare. His theme is really fun. It's really playful. I think they nailed it really well.
Objection!
Alright then. Did you by chance fall into the pool? Nice guess. But no dice. So, you know my son, right, Edgy? Your son? He has a son? I guess I kinda lost sight of him when I shook hands with the ambassador. Oh, the baby Steel Samurai baby. Right? And I'm pretty sure he was around here when I last saw him. You imbecile! How can you be so flippant at a time like this? What are you going to do if your son fell into the pool? And how old is this child of yours anyway? Huh? Oh. How old is he again?
Hold it!
Larry, this is the first I've heard of a son. Who exactly is the mother? The mother? Oh, that chick. The Pink Princess. The Pink Princess?
Hold it!
Miss Von Karma. I was a bit confused by this man's words for a bit there. However, I believe what he is looking for is the doll of the Iron Infant. Yep, because I'm the Steel Samurai through and through, heart and soul. And the Iron Infant is my cute little son. And you lost your son? What the heck? You have given a whole new meaning to the phrase, an astounding fool. Is he gonna dive back in? Larry. We have not seen hide nor hair of the Iron Infant. But rest assured that if we should find him, we'll let you know. Now get out of there. Sounds good. In that case, I'll go search. Over there. Hey, wait! Well, it's not as if he'll get very far swimming around in that pool. And though he's unrelated to the murders, he sure knows how to cause a lot of trouble. What if there is like a secret passage down there? Also, hi Vaz! Okay, let's look at this statue. This statue bears a resemblance to the Primadux statue. The plaque says, King Primadux and the battlefield. In order to save the queen, King Primadux put his life on the line and went to war. So, Primadux was actually a person of royal blood. I thought he was simply someone imitating a character from an ancient legend. Well, what a surprise! What surprises me is that a real person who looked like the Steel Samurai existed. I suppose there's that too. I'm on the train home from the city. I hope you have a good journey home. I always found public transport home, like at nighttime, I low-key would fall asleep. But it's good to have you around. I hope your day has been well. How are you? Oh, what are we examining over here? The flowers? These are some beautiful roses here. They appear to be well maintained. You're being too nice, Miles Edgeworth. The arrangement is devoid of any design here. Design sense. Roses only truly shine when they are grouped by color. One color per location. They lose their beauty when they're all mixed together like this. I can't tell if she's being sarcastic or not. On second thought, there's a rather serious look on her face. I'd better leave it be. They should really rethink the proper balance of these roses. Of all the people to comment on the proper balance of things. It is very calm at the moment, thankfully. Can't fall asleep on this public transport though, but I'm good. I'm glad to hear. I think it was rain. Last time I fell asleep was on the bus home. My travel time was like an hour 15. And so it was raining, it was dark, and it was nice and cozy on the bus, and I was like, I'm gonna close my eyes, just rest them for a bit. And I actually had a micro sleep. I'm doing good, thank you. Thank you, I will also hydrate. I did that once after work, luckily. When I wake up, it was at the city of Fukuoka. Oh my goodness. Prime honk shoe conditions. Yeah, and I had like my earphones in, because there was other people on the bus too. Had my headphones in, earphones in. Muted out the world. After that, I never listened to podcasts on a train. It's so like hard to be on public transport and not like kind of fall asleep or doze off. That's how I feel about it. I used to accidentally fall asleep on the way to university back in the day on the bus because I'd have to wake up really early, and once again it'd be really cold during winter time, and the heater was nice and warm. I think in another life I was a cat. I'll be honest. The warmth makes me so sleepy. Sadly, I'm not on a good train line. Oh my goodness. Oh, please stay safe. This is why I only stand on trains. I always sit on trains. One time I slept all the way to the end of the line. Luckily, my stop was only a few back from there. Oh my goodness. I'm lucky that if I were to actually like fall asleep all the way to the end of my bus route, it's like a 9-minute drive home. But I don't know. I think it's interesting. It's interesting falling asleep in public. While it's not a good train line, I've caught it since I was 13, so 10 years on the same line. Oh, Vaz, I hope you get home quickly. This is back when I had a 2.5-hour commute to uni. Look, I commend people who take so long to get to uni, because I did an hour 15, an hour 20, and I just wanted to not do that. Long commute times are so annoying. I think it's like if you're not going from A to B, then it's like annoying. Because you have to go through, like, in and out. Like, the bus route has to take its bus route. 45-minute train home. I'll be home in no time. You just close one eye. Sleep with one eye. It's also interesting how no one bothers you too. Like, oh, they're tired. We'll just leave them alone and not wake them up. Yeah, I haven't had any like bad public transport falling asleep moments. I think usually when I like fall asleep, my head like hangs, and I get woken up by like the jerk of the motion of my head. find the train into Sydney is so good to zone out and watch the world go by. I do like those. I think if I ever took a train to like Melbourne or like Upper Sydney, I don't know if there's a train that goes all the way out to like Adelaide or if there was one to Perth, oh my god, that is a long commute. That's like a solid like is it 17 hours from eastern side? I don't even know. Might be one. Maybe not starting from where I am. Maybe at a connecting city, different state or territory. I don't know. I've never had a train ride, so I think it'd be really nice. I think it'd be really nice to go on one. I think whether or not that's like, you know, in Australia, elsewhere, overseas, I'd be interested. Now, I'm interested for a conversation with Lang. Oh, he's so cool. Just a scenic train with like a full cabin and food kind of thing. Yeah, I've never had that before. I've never had that experience. So I think that would be really cool to have for like, I mean, I don't know the like logistics in terms of like money, time. It depends, right? It depends where I go. But I think that'd be fun. I see it all the time in like films and films, video games. I need to try one of them. I've only ever used trains to commute into work or into another city. I've never used a train before. Okay, pause. I think I have, but it was with like I didn't know what I was doing. I was kind of following my family-in-law. You should ride the Shinkansen. I've heard good things about it. I've also heard it's very expensive. The bentos are kind of mid, but it's a fun experience. Ooh, I'm putting that on my little list for my end of year trip, I think. I can't wait for my 12-hour bus ride into Melbourne in October. 12 hours! What are you gonna do? What do you do for 12 hours? Can you even walk around on the bus? I'm assuming you have like a drop-off point. 12 hours. Oh, and here I am taking a 1.5, 2-hour flight. That's a marathon bus ride. Yeah, I think the longest bus ride I ever took was like 8 hours. This was in like high school when I had to travel to Queensland for Movie World, Dream World. What's the water one called? I don't know what it's called. It's not called Splash World. Wet and Wild. Is that what it's called? Why is it called? It is called Wet and Wild. It's a do once or twice experience on everyday thing like French food. French food. I'll have to see. I'll have to look into it. I also got to look into some, I guess, areas or places I want to go travel to in Japan as well. I'm hungry now. Me too. Oh, speaking of food, I had the best scones. It's pronounced scone or scone. The other day, it had the I don't know. I think because I've never had them growing up. I love the cream and the jam. It's such a good like tea time pastry. That's such a wild name and a saucy name. So for you, if you don't know what a scone is, it pronounced scone? Scone. I don't know how they're pronounced. This is what they look like. It's actually really delicious. This one does not look that good on the internet. It's so delicious. I haven't had I haven't had this in like ages. Both are correct. Oh. I legitimately never had scones. Scone?
Scones you knobhead fuwafi 1LEL.
Why would you call me a knobhead? I haven't had... First time I had scones was like 2 years ago. And I didn't realize how delicious they were. And now I'm in love with them. I've never had damper with cream and jam. What is a damper? But no, I've come to really enjoy them. But I don't want to be too gluttonous. Low key, I think having a little, if we had like a little tea time pastry thing together, oh my goodness. Damper. Oh, I've never heard of it. I've never seen this before. So for reference, this is what it looks like. What Sherlock is talking about. That looks pretty good too with the cream and jam. Wanted to see if my usage of British slang is still correct. No, you've got nothing to apologize for, Yui. I've heard Palms pronounce it either way. Ah. I learnt nothing in school in terms of like cooking. To be honest. My grandparents pronounce it as scones. Ah. I just say scone, tomato, potato. I low-key can't. I low-key just mouth water at the thought of having one. I'm telling you, I haven't had them. Like, it's such like a, what's the word? Like a guilty treat, because I never have them. I never go out and buy them because I don't know where to like go buy them. I don't even know if you can. Question mark. I mean, if I can, I just don't know where I need to go. But they are so delicious. I say, yum, straight into my tum. Oh my gosh, you saying that? It's now my new saying. I think I said this ages ago in a different stream, but it was like, when someone doesn't like something, right? Let's just say like, you guys are really loved, like, I don't even know, like cheesecake, right? Let's just say I don't like cheesecake. And you guys know that, right? The response to that would... Oh, actually, no, I'm not going to do food, because if I keep talking about food, I'm going to be hungry. When someone you know likes somebody, right? But you don't like them. And that could just be because of, like, personal preference, physical appearance, yada yada, right? The term that I kind of, like, say back is like, look, I'm not going to ick somebody's yum, but... I've never, because I heard it at work and I was like, I've never heard somebody say, I'm not gonna ick somebody's yum. So low-key, I've now taken that into my own into my own sayings. Write that down. It's in my brain. It's like in Ace Attorney Chronicles when they said something about sublimely unreliable memories. Or maybe I put the memories part. I've heard don't nyak your yum. Oh, what is that?
It's like Worcestershire, Warwickshire, Worcestershire. I don't even know.
Warwickshire? Look, Bun Bun knows how to say it way better than I do at first go. For me, scone is a further abbreviation of scarnon. I don't even know what that is. I think I say the scones ones. Oh. What if we had like confetti? Or what if we had a confetti thing that just like played confetti as a background. I think that'd be too much, right? Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Will I ever say that properly? No, I don't think so. So, it's the worstest. But I think we should, Lang, Miles Edgeworth, Francisca, and the MIB, they're all the bystanders. I think I need help. To us talking about food. I thought you were going for worst, but then I was like, worstest? You know, you're the greatest. No, you're the greatestest. Do you know? Do you understand? Do you understand what's coming out of my mouth? I don't. I want a sweet treat now, but this is me in bed, nice and cozy. Next time, you can have a sweet treat. You do words gooder. It's hard. I'll be honest. I think the harder I think about specific words to say, I get like really confused, and I kind of like mumble and I jumble it around, and then I say it, and I'm just like, oh man, I messed up. But we'll continue. Oh. Now. Have you finished checking out all the bystanders? No. Thanks for the head pat. Yes, sir. Oh, he was talking to him. And we found nothing. Oh. 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and 1 person ran a light, sir. Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case. Sir, not a single thing, sir. Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lang. Well, if it isn't Mr. Prosecutor. I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Alba? We're to wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I can be so easily called away from this case after I've come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? Oh, let's talk about the Yatagarasu's appearance. You were working as Ambassador Alba's bodyguard at the time. So naturally, you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief all right, with my own 2 eyes. He did what now? The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. But when the spotlights were turned on for the Ambassador Alba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu!" rang out. Lang probably didn't say it like that. Oh, never mind. He probably did say it like that. Let's just put in that narrative. The next second, the spotlight went out. And by the time we got the area lit again, the deft thief had vanished. He did, it's canon now. When we investigated afterwards, we found that the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. But one thing is for certain. The Yatagarasi was here. So you're saying that, basically, all you saw was the thief's silhouette. What if the thief's silhouette was based off a lantern? Pause. Because we got a lantern whose shadow casts is made possible by the pattern. Quite the feminine voice you have, Yang, and a pretty one at that. Who knew he was such a multifaceted man with such a wide breadth of vocal cord? Yes.
Objection!
If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else. Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there was no one else with that same shape, not among the staff or the audience members, my men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. Man has range. The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin. I expected no less from my subordinate. Now, let's hear what you know on the subject. What really casts a shadow of the Yatagarasu? Huh? Oh, it's a freaking... Okay, well, it's one of these statues. Is it this one? I'm assuming so. Pardon me. Actually, what if it was both statues? Okay, well, let's do the left one first then. Present.
Take that!
The suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. Is it not possible that it was created by the statue?
Objection!
Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? This statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu. You are correct. However, the statue is but one part of the whole picture. Oh, both statues! Yeah, right there, the big camera light. What do you mean by only one part? What is the other part to reveal form of the Yatagarasu's shadow? Over here. Oop.
Take that!
It's another statue? The Yatagarasu's shadow was made from the shadows of these two statues. Made? What do you mean by that? Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panic state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared, you believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagarasu's shadow? Precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagarasu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast the shadow of King Primadux and the battlefield, the shadow of the king statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, if we set a light up on the queen who spoke of love to the king Primadux, a silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage. Aha! So if we were to combine the two shadows, it looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow. It kind of looks like something out of a Persona game. It looks like an enemy. Also like a Digimon. Anyways. Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape? Calm down, Franziska. The way the light needs to be shone on the Queen's statue is wrong. What do you mean by that? I believe that the whole of the King's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the Queen, I don't believe her whole shadow isn't needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow only used one part of her shadow. It does look like a Digimon. It reminds me of, I don't remember the name of the Digimon, but he's like a seal. And he turns into, I think he evolves into Garurumon? I think? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've seen Digimon. Only one part, Franziska says. It looks like a Final Fantasy summoner fit. You know, it kind of does, actually. It did. To proceed, Edgeworth says, yes. And that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagarasu shadow. Why didn't you see that in the first place? You're right. I apologize. Now, what part of the Queen's statue was used to complete the Yatagarasu shadow? The hand raised.
Take that!
Think back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now what does that remind you of? Ah! That's right. It can only be the shadow of the Queen's left hand. Franziska, can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the Queen's left hand? Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. It's... Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we can assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagarasu's shadow had vanished, which means that the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagarasu never did visit Alabath tonight. The only country that Thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Yatagarasu had an accomplice in Alabast. An accomplice? But who? I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. I sense the biggest clue yet to solving this case is the existence of this accomplice. Oh, it's been so long since our health bar went back up. Thank goodness. How's the investigation going? Says... Mr. Bad. Detective Bad, have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagarasu? I've left the murder in Agent Lang's charge. And my only target, from the very beginning, is the Yatagarasu. So yes. So, what have you found out? I got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure, but you might regret it. It's Larry Butts. He's the culprit. Larry. Thanks for the head pat. Hi, Valerie. It's good to see you. Welcome in. To proceed, Franziska says, we're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So, if you please... When people heard the commotion, bystanders started gathering, and one woman claimed, I'm telling ya, I'm a genuine international journalist. She gave me an interesting picture. Journalist? Well, actually, she's a freelance cameraman. This is the photo I got from her. What in the world? What the heck? What the heck? Maybe they threw that over the fence. That is one long shot. The Yatagarasu. Oh, somebody's in that? It's flying through the air. The times, they are a-changin'. It's not just a man, but evidence. Even they lie to us now. This looks like a Persona scene. It does. When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires on the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It was taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. I see. So this was taken after the fire. Taken from a building nearby at the moment of border crossing during the fire. The photo of Yatagarasu. The blur in this picture took off from the Barbalese embassy, flew over to the boundary and headed for the embassy of Alabast. Oh, so that's how that little quote-unquote guitar pick got like wet. I'm assuming it was in that.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. People are incapable of flight. Is that a fact? I've had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once. Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well. Two, actually. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Am I up to the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph? Well, the Yatagarasu took off from the Barbalese embassy, so I should start from there. Franziska, I need to return to the Barbal investigation for a bit. Alright. Let's talk to Mr. Bad first, before we leave. So, the Yatagarasu was just a shadow. The calling card that was sent is what threw everyone off and made them assume things. It's possible that all of the events tonight were part of the overall plan. I'm going to continue investigating on the Alabastian side. You two, as I always say, don't do anything stupid, alright? I wonder if he's alright. It's unusual for him to be so nice. I think it's simply that he's concerned for our well-being, Franziska. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building. Alright, I'm counting on you. Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now, come on, let's get back to our investigation. Yes, let's. Alrighty. Oh, we can re-examine things. Gonna see if it's gonna be any different from what we read not too long ago. I can see the courtyard and all the Alabastian embassy through this window. No, it is basically all the same. So we're gonna respectfully ignore everything in the middle and go to the side. I'm assuming everything here is gonna be the same too, so we're just gonna head on in. March 14, 10:37 p.m. at the Barbalese Embassy, the Secretariat's office. To think, after all that running around, we're right back where we started. It would appear that way. Imagine doing an investigation like this, all the paperwork back and forth on who left and who entered. I'm glad I'm not working in the admin team. A nightmare, Yui. Thank you, I will hydrate. I hope you guys will hydrate as well. And if you are about to go to bed, and if it's nice and cold and you've put on the heater, drink some water. Don't let the heat dehydrate you throughout the night. Palino says, "Hi, Mr. Edgeworth." Have you found Manny's killer yet? I'm terribly sorry, Ambassador Palino, but I have yet to find his killer. Then I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu. Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who is only out to steal the truth. Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. I appreciate you for coming by, Valerie. Get some good sleep. Turn on the heater at 35 degrees Celsius with 100 humidity. Do you want me to put that AC on? It's so cold here, Yui. So for me, I'm always having the heater on. It's nice and toasty. Not 35-degree weather though, with humidity. Yui, do you have an air conditioner? I hope so. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright? Mr. Palino. Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We didn't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh, sure. Please feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. If it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face, then I'll gladly answer anything. Aw, how nice. Thank you, Mr. Palino. You're a total gentleman. You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss. Hey, Sir Palino! Those two sure got chummy awfully quickly. You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin? We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted. Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. But I'm willing to bet that the person I was chasing is Mr. Kochen's killer. We don't know that yet. However, it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved. I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Kochen's killer. Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved here. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad. You do? Oh, I'm glad to hear that most of the houses in Japan have ACs. That's okay, Vaz. I know it's Vash, but like, I'll be real. I don't want to say it with my braces. That's okay. Get home safely. Gosh, the stampede. Vaz? I feel like Vaz isn't so bad with my braces. Sorry, I didn't realize that if I were to put my fingers on my like my cheeks and like move them up to like, you know, pinch a smile. It would be so responsive. Yes, please do hydrate. Get home safely and warm up. If it's been raining like a lot, do take a hot shower. Uncle Bad! He's taking part in the investigation too? Yes, he has been chasing after the Yatagarasi for all these years. Uncle Bad. Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire. What? This kind of looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasi after all? I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either. But this could be how that person escaped. Well, we'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. Bubbly's Embassy, Secretariat's Office, investigation commence. Alrighty, let's take a look at this statue. So this is the real Prima Duck statue. This is really valuable, right? That's what they say.
Hold it!
Okay, you're not seriously considering theft of this statue, are you? No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't thinking of anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue is worth. That sounds mighty suspicious to me. Same. It appears that Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that's left to tell the tale of his murder. This safe wasn't open at the time of the fire. You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right? Yes. And thanks to this safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved. Aren't safes great? They always hold the wonderful promise of treasures within. Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. Oh, true, we couldn't check behind the table. It appears that this area was heavily damaged by the fire. Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. The ink! The ink! There is a bottle of the Bubbly's ink on Mr. Cochin's desk. And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside. The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Hey, Mr. Palino, it looks like your precious Bubbly's ink is alright after all. What? That's odd.
Hold it!
Ambassador, what do you mean by that? Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink. Would you mind elaborating on that statement for me, please? Ooh, let's continue looking at the desk, and then we'll go talk to him about the ink later. So I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh? Well, what did you imagine them to look like? I thought that bubbles would look like a flower and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way, it looked like the butterfly receiver was sucking nectar from the flower base. That's really creative. If any country had a flower phone, it would be Alabast. Don't you think? Oh, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Godopia. There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place. You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and an imagination. Indeed. There is only one book left standing here. Treasures of the World. Wait, what? Let me see that. Uh-huh. I see. Ah. The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why? Cruel fate, why? A blip before bed. Have a good night and good rest tonight, Valerie. Thanks for dropping by. I can't like make the noise blip and also do the tongue out. I can't do that. For whatever reason, I just can't simultaneously do that. It looks like the map of where the treasures are located has been burnt. It looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them. Bubble sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Welcome back from Azui. Thanks for watching them. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon. And what kind of discount would that net you? The 5-finger kind. What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bearer. Things such as the truth. What else would I steal? What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right now. When I don't have a sub, I'll always watch the ads. Thank you. No, watching the ads does support me. Even though like the support by the ad revenue is minuscule, it all adds up. So thank you. That looks like a very comfortable chair. I'm surprised it's barely burnt. Well, it doesn't look all that broken. So why don't you try sitting in it? No, I'd better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times. Thank you, I will, Stretch. Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at crime scenes. That's because I am a prosecutor, and it's part of my job to examine things. Do prosecutors IRL go through this? Is this, like, legitimately what they do? My knowledge only stems from Ace Attorney. No? Okay, because I was like, there's no freaking way. There's no freaking way they do this. Kay says, and my job is to be a great thief. Which is exactly why you are not allowed to touch anything. I think about that one movie. I forgot what it's called, but it was like... It's where the famous line, "You can't handle the truth," comes from. I freaking love that movie. Manny Kochen. His name is written here on this nameplate. Yeah! Forensics teams would be the closest we have IRL. Ah. Look, I'm glad somebody here knows. And also, I'm so glad you guys know what the movie is. I watched that movie in English class, and it was really good. I liked it. My English classes in my year 11 and year 12 were so good and so fun. It was like that's when I really loved to learn I don't know how to like explain it, but I think my appreciation and love for films was, I guess, deepened during that time frame in my life. Forensic prosecutors are more like data analysis and maybe liars? Any forensics and data... Any forensic prosecutors in here? Also, did I read this? I can't freaking remember. Manny Kochan. His name is written here on this nameplate. Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office? I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by mistake. Do you think that maybe it's also because it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget? Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to set a nameplate on one's desk. Okay, I think that's all we can take a look at in this area. No, there is more. Oh, the drawer. It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire. But it doesn't look too damaged. Ooh, I think we can rifle through this drawer a bit. I suppose we really should take a look. Deduce? What are we deducing? This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose this must be another souvenir from somewhere. It looks so clean. Okay, what are we deducing this from? The paper? It kind of... Oh! It legitimately... Okay, pause. Deduce. It's the piece of paper. Damask II's note. Request for the theft of the Primadux statue with a map to where the statue is. Oh, it makes sense because the quote-unquote real Primadux belongs to the other embassy. If the evidence goes against them, they most likely will try to hide it. That makes sense. Yeah. Understandable.
Eureka!
The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found. Hey, you're right! What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley. Monument Valley reference? Or is it just saying that the notepad looks like a mountain? I don't understand the reference. Does anybody understand the reference? Because I didn't. Yes. We'll proceed. Paulina says, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. We've been collecting them for the purpose of studying the museum. Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it. Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you. Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Ambassador Palladino, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note. Yes. Looks like Manny's handwriting. I see. In that case... Oh, did you figure something out? This note was found in Alabasta. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II. Damask II? Then this note... Yes, it was a request from Mr. Kochan for Damask II to steal the Primadux statue. What? Manny tried to steal Alabasta's Primadux statue? We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were handwritten by Mr. Kochan? Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you. I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis. I can't believe that Manny would even think of doing something like this. Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested the theft of the statue? There is one possibility, but mind you, it's just my personal speculation. Anything you can tell me would be of great help, Ambassador. Oh, we're still looking around here. Okay, well, pause. Let's keep looking. A fireplace, huh? So Babal's offices have them too. Two? There is a fireplace in relatively the same location in the Alabastian office. However, we found something there I'd rather not recall ever again. I still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace. If it was that traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace? We could climb inside and we can play hide and seek. And come out covered in soot? I think not. Ah, you really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth. No. You can see the Alabastian embassy through this window. So where were you when you were investigating over there, Mr. Edgeworth? As you can see it from here, I was there on the 5th floor. That's where Damask II was killed. What? You don't mean the Mask star, Damask II. Oh, it's so hard for me to say. Aw, poor guy. As a fellow second-generation thief, I can't just turn a blind eye to this. Even though Damask II was merely an imposter of the original. Apparently there's more to here that I've yet to take a look at. Oh, imagine if he finds another undershirt or something worse of old bags. I think at that point he might just like have a mental breakdown and maybe consider quitting. It seems that the contents of this drawer survived the fire rather well. Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's the value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful left in here, Mr. Edgeworth. I think that's it. Yep, there we go. Awesome. So we've checked the safe, but we gotta check the wall. Ambassador Palladino, what exactly used to be here? That used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets. But it looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. But no matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly. Is the Barbalese tourism industry really that hot right now? Of course! Although recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Borginia. I haven't heard that one since Case 2! But we refuse to lose to them, so we've been hard at work promoting Babal. Interesting. Well, I've recently returned from a trip to Borginia myself. Borginia? I think we said Borginia last time, so now we're gonna mix it up. Oh, and how did you like it? It was alright. I probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. It's the charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan. Oh, I've seen a few of these before. They spin around and around and they play music. I believe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies. Yes, that's it. But they're nothing alike. They're totally alike. They spin those babies right round like a record. I see. I guess I can see how you might think of that. Okay. We still don't know where the blade of the Barbalese knife went. Could it be that the killer walked away with it? It looks like all of the souvenirs were suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it! Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu! The fake Yatagarasu is guilty of much more than just theft, it seems. I know! Because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf. You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere? You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location and has its own value. And items that have memories attached to them are the most valuable of all. But could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that? If you were an anime villain, yeah, you could. No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. Ambassador Palutena, would you happen to know what these charred remains are of? I don't know, actually. But I don't think there was anything there that should have been flammable. And so it remains a mystery as to what was burned here. A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been with us since back when we were still Cotopia. That is one big clock. Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out like a cuckoo clock? I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime. Really? It's going to be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then. Is it that time already? Time sure flies by when I'm involved in an investigation. Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun. Okay, it's not good for you to stay up late, you know. Yes, Gramps. And speaking of late, I think we'll proceed our investigations next time by talking to Palutena and showing him said evidence of something that Miles Edgeworth said, oh, I should probably present this to him to talk to him about. So we're either presenting him evidence or we're just going to talk about it with him when we do talk to him. But I will have to put this on a little cliffhanger for until next time, because like Mr. Edgeworth said, it is not good to stay up too late, and today we are practicing. I mean, I'm trying to practice good good habits, like last time on stream, yesterday, the day before, stretching, going to bed early. So until next time, we'll have to put this on pause. Before we do go anywhere though, let's save it. This is a record of me saving the game, because I think last time we were playing Code Rain and I didn't save for hours, and thank goodness autosave was a thing, but could have gone downhill. We love sleepers, eaters, and nappers. Indeed, I love napping. I also love sleeping on clean bed, new bed linen. I changed my bed sheets today, and I'm so happy. I can't wait to go into the bed. But we'll have to put this one on a cliffhanger until next time. I feel like we're nearing the end of this chapter, so I believe next time we'll be able to finish chapter 5. Maybe. I'm getting the vibe we're about to end. Yeah, new warm covers. I'm sorry. I'm in front of you guys talking. I'll go back here. Thank you so much for stream, boss. It was nice and chill and fun. I'm glad that you were here. Thanks for lurking around and for hanging out. But now it is sleep time. Thank you for stream. Thank you for being here. Until next time, I will see you in the next stream. So, without further ado, this is where I part ways. Have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Make sure to stay hydrated, eat well, take care of yourself the best you can. If you're ever feeling stressed or feeling a little overwhelmed, listen to some music that helps calm you down. Maybe grab something to drink as well, just to help you settle and feel comfortable and cozy again. And if you ever want to talk about anything, if anything in your life is happening and you kind of would like someone to talk to, please know that I am here. Disclaimer, I do respond really slow, so I'm really sorry about that. But know that I read it, and I respond with wholeheartedly, 100% with my whole heart every time I reply. Much love and lovers. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope to see you next time. I hope we can finish out Ace Attorney, get some more Final Fantasy VII in, and continue our grind in Overwatch, and maybe get back into playing some Valorant as well. I kind of miss that game. Lovers! Good night, sleep well, have a good day.